Hello Maria, welcome back to Cherry Hill. Here's a tour of our July garden. It starts with our herb garden out front. And look at the kiwis. They're coming on. And the kiwi, not here right now. A robin's nest. Sounds like she's back. And here's the man kiwi who is never gonna make any fruit, but did his job since we got lady kiwis. The apples are huge. Oh look, our new persimmon trees even have flowers. The apple house is pretty empty because everything's out in the garden. Here's our winter garden. I think we've got 144 brassicas here. They're gonna go in soon. Sweet chicken yard. Look, here's the walnuts. They haven't developed shells yet, so we can still pickle them. I need to get around to doing that. Hey guys! Crab apples. Hey guys! Figs. And here's my favorite. Can't wait till they're ripe. Peaches. Hurry up and ripen up, ladies. So, ever since Heike broke her ankle, we're in charge of everything. And it's really fun, but also pretty overwhelming. There's so much stuff that happens here on a daily basis that she never really explained before the ankle break. So we're trying to catch on and do everything right. But there's a lot to do. So here's the bee bringer. We plant this because it's beautiful and also because it brings in our little pollinators before the vegetables really flower and bring them here. We just have a row of dahlias here because they're pretty. The calendula is also medicinal. Our potatoes are rocking. The corn in the back needs help though. It's not doing that great. Neither is the rhubarb. But the artichokes are finished. We ate so many artichokes that we just couldn't eat any more. And now we're gonna let these flower because artichoke flowers are amazing. Here's our peppers. They're still little babies. And the tomatoes. The tomatoes get covered every night. But that also means we have red tomatoes in June. Here's our cucumbers. These are salad cucumbers. And these are pickles. I can't wait for the pickles. We've got summer squash here. There's a little one. Strawberries. Didn't have a lot of success with this bed. There's the hot peppers. So small still. And I'm going to replant arugula here. Here's some bush beans. And valerian. Pole beans. And I love this little grape arbor. Wally carved these little garden people for Heike. They're the garden helpers. And when it's really hot outside, which is not really yet, because it's only 10 o'clock, you can come sit out here on this homemade bench by this homemade fountain and enjoy. Come on, guys. That's Glenda and the chicks. Oh, and then you look up and you realize that in a few months there's gonna be just hordes of grapes dripping down on your head. I can't wait to eat, you guys. That whole thing's a grape. We get way more grapes than we could eat. We make juice, we sell them, we give them away, and still there are grapes. Glenda, come on, show your little chicks. They're so cute. We'll go get them inside. Hey guys. Oh, also, this is how you close the door. I think this is amazing. Let me latch it for coons. Let's see if we can find sheep this time. Unlike last time. Meh! Barn chicken sitting. Hey! Hey, Ebony! You want some oats? I know, give him a little handful of oats. Meh! 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 Here you go. Come on. Here you go. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Don't be skittish. It's just Maria. No? Not in the mood for oats? Ebony will take some. There you go. Whoa. So these are the old lambs. Come on, that's enough. They used to be small and now they're the size of sheep. Hey guys. Hey. Hey. Oh, let's not eat my bracelets. They're really skittish, but also pretty fun. Oh, here's our garbanzo beans. I'm excited about that. Never grown chickpeas before. See how that turns out. Here's our wheat that we're gonna feed to the chickens. It's our cover crop. So it's a mixture of wheat, clover, and peas just for the ground. This is actually where we're gonna put the winter garden like next week. So I have kind of a lot of work to do today. Here's our old peas. Winter garden goes here too. These cauliflowers were just growing for seed. So we have a whole row of them. When you grow cauliflower for seed, you can take out some of the curds and just leave some of them and they'll still seed. I think that's neat. We've got beets here and more empty space that's gonna be full soon. The most delicious lettuce. Tons of peas. Our kimchi cabbages, spinach. These are our Brussels sprouts for seeds. We have cantaloupe there. It's more of a novelty. We don't get a ton, but it's still fun. Basil, celeriac, leeks, Swiss chard, cilantro's there. Under the reme, this keeps the bugs out. We've got our rutabaga and our carrots. Look how pretty they are. Can't tell if you're pointing at them. I'm not really looking under there. Oh, and also we have parsley root. Here's more more pole beans. 4 different plantings of corn, so we don't get them all at the same time. It's kind of exciting. We're gonna have so much. We're trying to grow extra for the animals this year. Look, it just opened. And the ducks I love. Hey, ladies. Remember the last video when Gundi was sitting on eggs? Well, they didn't hatch, but these ended up being her babies. And now they're huge ducks. Here's some original ducks. These cherries already happened. These pears are gonna happen. Those chestnuts are not even trees yet. Here's my current favorite tree on the property. We eat so many plums. I can't believe it. I think I've had like 10 plums today. About to be 11. They're so sweet and delicious and unlimited. And then I look around and realize how much more fruit we have coming on. We've got like 10 pear trees and this is one of them. And that doesn't count things like prunes and all of the apples. So here's our espaliered apple row. Here's the raspberries. They were just planted this year, so they're just little babies. More grapes. In case you forgot about that part where I said we already can't handle the grapes off one vine. And look, here's our winter squash. It's popping. All we did is stick it in the ground, and look, we've already got guys like this. And have a full shelf of squash. Soon. 2 more beds of potatoes besides the other 2. We're digging one. There's onions, black turtle beans, and then this wheat we're going to harvest and try and use it for baking. It's soft white instead of the hard red, so it's not so good for bread, but I can still think of plenty of things to make with wheat. Oh, there's the drip tank, and behind you could see the cherry plums. I don't know if you could see how loaded that tree is. This is the part of the garden that is mostly stuff going to seed. We save so many seeds, so we don't have to buy so many. There's onions, all sorts of stuff in there. I love these guys. They look like puffballs. And then did I mention we have a ton of apples? We're making plans of what to do with them all. Oh look, we got our solar system. Ding! And hey Junko, come here. Junko likes to hang out in the shade. Sit. Sorry, good boy. Come on, let's go. And now this is probably going to be kind of a long, boring part of the video where I walk you down to the pasture. But I realized I didn't show you last time, and I think it's neat. Those are some more bees. I didn't show you ours. Oh, I did bees with Heike the other day. It was so fun. She has these old school bee suits, so they don't really seem as secure as maybe something that you could get now. But I only got stung on the glove and it didn't go through my hand, and it was exciting. So we're gonna redo this road so haying equipment can come down, because oh look, here's a little rogue apple, because our neighbors are selling the place and we don't have pasture access for big equipment. So, ding, ding, ding. Here's our forest wild area. So we're still not sure if we're gonna lease the pasture next year or if we're gonna try and take it over, or Actually, ideally it would be a combination thereof. If we could get the guy who leased it who's leasing it this year to lease most of it again, and then we could just even have a couple of acres, because all we want is 1 or maybe 2 cows. I thought I just wanted a little heifer, and that we would do AI, and with artificial insemination we would have little calves. But since we want this rare breed, the AI is kind of expensive, and it might be better to just have a bull, because we have free hay and it doesn't really cost us to feed the animals. Especially, you feed some grain to the cows when they're milking, but the bull could just eat grass, which we have kind of unlimited of. Coming around the corner. Coming soon. This is hopefully not too long of a video. Oh, and here's poison oak, to be avoided. So now that I'm getting more into cob building, I keep thinking of places on the property where I might like to build a little cob cottage. And this area, although it's covered in mess, comes to mind, just because I think it's flat. Ooh, the blackberries are almost coming. I'm gonna have so many. But anyway, so that's another possibility. Although the barn apartment has still been discussed. Okay. So now we're getting there. So here's the field, the pasture. It floods in the winter, that's why we can't keep animals out there. But it's huge. We have 23 acres, and I don't know if you could see the road. Past those trees, there's a road. That road, we have out to the road, and then over there, there's a river. And so we have out to the river. The people we leased it to this year already hayed it once, so they're gonna get 2 hayings off of it. The second haying is the best, but not everybody has access to the equipment to hay it twice. But yeah, it's kind of amazing. Really, really lush and glorious. And for the past 20 years when Heike and Wally have been here, they've only leased it to people who have signed papers promising not to use any like antibiotics or wormers on their animals when they're out here. So it's all been really well cared for, and it's all organic. What do you think, Jinga? What do you think? Oh, and this is kind of fun. It shows you how resilient plants are. Look, I threw that little squash down here when we were thinning the other squashes, even though it's obviously not doing as well. Like, it's nice to see that plants can survive at least with really crappy conditions. So there it is. And now maybe you can understand why we don't want to lease the whole thing, just part of it, because it's huge. And I guess that's about it. This is twice as long as the last tour, but there's also twice as much happening now that it's summer. And it's still like a teenage garden. I think more in the end of August or September it's gonna be really going. But just thought I'd show you along the way. Anyway, I miss ya. Congratulations on your marriage. Can't wait to see you guys.